All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the Unscripted Introverts podcast. What is episode 15?
15.
15. Hello to those, watching through our YouTube, our Twitch channel. Yes, we do have a Twitch, and we go live every episode. To those who listen to Anchor, wherever you fucking boomers are. Nah, it's all love. But and those of Spotify, and I think those are all the platforms that
Yeah.
we upload on. But yeah. Thank you to everyone who clicked on this or is watching the stream. Um, this is your co-host Tavien, and over to my left is my co-host Taylor. Taylor,
Yes,
say what's up,
sir.
man.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, how is it going, Taylor? Goddamn, we are. I've realized we're like that once of the month that a woman gets for recording.
Wait,
We
what?
record once a month, and like that's it.
No, that's you.
Uh,
That's literally just you.
last time I checked, this is a bipartisan fucking podcast. This requires two people.
It does require two people.
So everything I miss, you miss too. So don't put this on me. But yeah, this is your guys' time of the month for in a below average podcast with a setup that we hope to upgrade real soon. We have some big plans in the making. Well, hopefully, if everything goes
It's
according to
something we have
plan.
to talk about and think about too.
Yeah, we got some more discussion to do on the topic, but I guess we'll, fuck it. I'll spoil your guys' early birthday gifts for you. Um,
Birthday? Okay.
we're thinking about moving into an office space, to make it more
Professional.
comfortable, more professional for what we're trying to do. We want to include guests, and sorry to say, but this room isn't exactly cutting it.
No, it's not.
No,
I,
I'm not trying to throw some fucking sausage party in this small
no.
ass room, man.
I've been having one of my coworkers, I'd love to have him on. He's been bugging me to want to come on, but I told him let's get out of this room first.
And
And
I
he
am,
watches. He's been in my house. He knows how small this space is. And I
yeah,
told him like the third mic that we have, it's like the audio's good, but it's really shitty because it picks up everything in the room.
it's extremely
So
sensitive.
the audio will overlap, and it's just something that makes it sound really bad overall.
Yeah, so we're we're trying to work out some kinks to see where
Hmm.
how we're gonna take this. I mean, obviously, the garage plan is still on the table, but I personally like an office space more,
Yeah,
and it also has a store. It has like this like a storage section where it's just normal four walled room. It's pretty decently sized. So I just think that aesthetically looks more pleasing than a garage.
yeah,
um, so that might be the direction we're gonna take this. And I mean, you know what? Everything that for there, I know you guys don't care about it because this really won't affect you guys at all. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe our production quality might actually improve. You
yeah.
never
That way
know.
your eyes won't burn every time you watch us.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause apparently we're what was what was it we were told? I can't remember. Someone had a comment on like all the lights or the lighting.
I can't. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, we've had a fair few comments on our lighting. Speaking of lighting, fuck your guys' eyes. Actually, I guess this helps. There we go.
There we go.
Um Oh man. But yeah, I figured we'd, spend a few minutes reminiscing on things since we've missed a lot.
It's been what, 2 weeks since we recorded last.
It's about 2 weeks, yeah.
A lot has happened for both of us, I think.
Oh yeah. A lot is well, I wouldn't say a lot has happened for me, but the few things that did happen
It's
had
pretty
a
big.
tremendous amount of
Yeah.
impact. So I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go first? I've been running my mouth for a
Yeah,
few
I'll
minutes.
yeah, I'll go first. I started looking for a new job only because Tavien got hired. I don't know if you want to bring up the name. I'll leave it out. He
Fuck
got
it. I'll
hi-
talk about it, but I don't want to. ruin any chances you might have there.
Yeah. So he got hired there, and it kind of piqued my interest to want to go there too, just because I heard of what he's getting out of it and the workload from what he made it sound like it's nothing compared to what I do. So I applied there. Um, that's going on right now. I'm seeing maybe if they want to put me in the tech section, just because of my 2 years experience. But we'll go from there. Um, I've had a lot of time just because hours got cut. And I'll be honest with you, some of you guys think I've spent all that time playing video games. No, I really haven't.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm speaking like 1-to-1, mano y mano with the audience. Taylor has been concerning me lately. He hasn't been consuming his normal amount of League, and I'm really seeing some positive effects, and I'm getting kind of scared.
Positive effects? What kind of positive effects are you seeing?
I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I'm talking right up my ass. I just assumed that like maybe you
No,
found like a new hobby or something. I didn't know.
not
This is my first
really.
time hearing this.
So I told you this. I've been reading a little bit more at my work just because this is pretty much gonna sum up to what we're gonna talk about with the episode. I'm we talked about this for a while. We're trying to steer away from using screens, playing games,
Yeah.
watching stuff. I want to get more into reading. I don't know if you can see on the camera. I have like a stack of manga on my desk.
Yeah, this is
I kept meaning to read Demon Slayer, but I haven't bought the books to where the show ends off, so I don't want to just jump ahead. I did, however, get Berserk Volume 1 because you've been ranting on that for months on end.
where is it?
I'm letting my coworker wanted to read
Oh,
it, so I'm
okay.
letting him borrow
Oh,
it.
dude, I think well, I've read a lot of reviews on Berserk. I've never read it myself, but I know most of the story and most of the characters.
Yeah.
And you can tell when something's good when it gets you hooked from a review.
Right? Yeah.
Like that's how I know it's good.
I I'll be honest with you. I finished the first volume and on my lunch break. By the time my lunch was over, I had the book finished already. It's really gory,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
see why I recommended it to you.
yeah. And then I also read the first volume to Tokyo Ghoul, and then I do have another coworker. She has volume 2 and 3, and she said she's willing to let me borrow it, so hopefully I can get more in depth on that book.
I'm, I'm gonna speak some heresy real quick. I don't like Tokyo Ghoul. I don't really
It's
fuck with it that much.
it's a different alley, and it's exciting enough for me to just want to keep reading it. I'm not gonna say like I love it like I do with like Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna talk down on that on the show.
I like I like Kaneki, but other than that, I really don't give a fuck about anything
Kaneki
else.
was the dude that took in the ghoul organs, right?
I mean, I don't know what happens to him. I just know he's the main character.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Um other than that, I've been I haven't as bad as it sounds, dude, like I've been instinctively been really serious on my suicide diet. For the
Eh,
past like I cannot exaggerate this. For the last 5 days, I've only had one meal. No snacks.
what
Literally
the
just one meal.
fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
I don't like I
This
don't like I usually I have these episodes to where I'm just constantly in my head and it just brings me down. And whenever I get that way, I either just stuff my face with a bunch of food, not quite literally, but I eat more than I usually do,
hmm,
or I don't eat at all. So right now I'm just not eating at all. And I'm not doing it on purpose. I literally have no appetite.
I'm gonna be real. I'm the exact opposite lately, Taylor. Ever since I was working at my new job.
Yeah.
I have this is the worst I've eaten in like 4 years. Nothing but pizza, fast food, fucking shakes, just
Yep.
most disgusting shit you can eat. Don't get me wrong, it tastes great, but like
You feel so gross.
you feel gross.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I have think I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I think it was halitosis or something. I don't know if
I don't know what that
it's
is.
some sort of condition where your breath just stinks because of
Oh,
like
okay.
the stench from your stomach, and it
Oh,
usually happens when you eat a lot of bad shit. I've had that just from a week of eating like garbage.
yeah.
And dude, I like don't get me wrong. When it comes to the dopamine, dude, these fucking dopamine hits from the pizza are hitting diff right now. Like I'm feeling good, but man, do I feel like shit the next day. Like it takes me like 2 days to shit. I used to shit daily, like twice a day. From like, dude, look it up, man. If you eat healthy, you shit at least once a day.
I shit once a day, but that's only because of coffee.
I don't know how. You don't even eat food for a day sometimes, so I don't know what you're shitting out.
No, like okay, so like take today for example. I had leftover fettuccine. It was maybe like 4 bites. That's literally all I had today.
Jesus, dude. How are you functioning on this lack of sleep and no food?
I wish I can tell you.
God damn, bro.
My mind's I guess it's just because like my mind's occupied with so many other things. It's not telling, my body is ignoring the fact that I'm hungry.
Damn. Oh man. But was there a question you asked before this? I don't want
Was
to
there a
gloss over
question?
it.
No, not
No, you were
really.
just talking about yeah. But I figured I guess I'd delve a little bit into the whole new job thing. So yeah, I did get hired at this retail store. It's a pretty big chain, but I'm not going to disclose any names. And I'll be honest, like the work, it was easy. It really was. It is a bulk place, like it's a buy and bulk store, and you would think that it would be like heavy lifting, but that's very dependent on what sections you work in.
Yeah.
Like electronics, yes, they're heavy, but you're sliding them, so you're not
Yeah, it's
really
not really that
picking
heavy.
anything up.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, the candy is fucking
Because
brutal.
they come in like big
Big
boxes.
boxes, and you'd be surprised by how much candy weighs when it comes in 20 packs.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Feels like I'm deadlifting these fucking Sour Patch Kids right now. My back is not agreeing with me. But yeah, I worked there for like about a week and a half. But I I ended up quitting. And the reason I quit was the hours. Uh they had me working a 2 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. So
Yeah. No,
not a
AM, not
midnight
PM
shift or 2 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
10:30 a.m. Jesus, they working 10:30 p.m. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Call me a bitch. Call me what you want. But dude, changing the sleeping schedule you've been on for 20 years, fucking rough.
It's not only that, it's the fact that you're up in the middle of the night. No amount of like sleep training can you do to actually normalize it.
Hmm.
Um,
We're recording. We're
I
good.
just want to make sure because
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. No, we're
um,
good.
but no, like it doesn't matter what you do. You're never gonna get used to the fact that you're staying up overnight.
Yeah.
It's just it's something mentally you have to just sacrifice.
I'm gonna be real. Like one of the reasons it made me quit was just of how sick I was feeling. Like by like the third day, dude, I feel like I had this like really persistent cold. I was like sneezing a lot of coughing, and I didn't feel sick. Like it didn't feel like COVID.
Yeah.
I had no fever, no muscle aches, none of that. I just felt like I had a very mild cold. And on top of that, like food was a disaster. You can't go to lunch anywhere because my fucking lunch is at 6 a.m.
No, nobody's open unless if they're
There's
24
nobody except
hours.
for like McDonald's.
Yep.
Like, and that's the only place around me that I can think of. And even then, they're still busy at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And so the time it took me to get there, I'd maybe have 15 minutes left of my lunch. And
Yep.
then you take the time it waits. I maybe have 5 minutes to get back and clock in on time. So it was like food was nearly impossible. So I never ate anything on lunches. I relied on the vending machines.
Yeah.
I would get fucking M&Ms and hot Cheetos. That's my lunch, baby. Arizona to wash it down. But
It's better than not eating anything. I don't.
yeah, I guess if anyone can weigh in on that, definitely you. But it was just rough. And the more that I was coming into work and like on this schedule, the more I realized there's no amount of money to pay me to make me fucking enjoy this and do this.
It's hard.
Like, and I had before I left my last job, I actually got an offer that was very good and would have offered um competitive pay to the job that I accepted, and with the very nice managerial position. So really,
Yeah.
there was no bad or good decision. They were both two great choices, but I ended up picking the retail job just because I was like, it's retail work, you know.
It's a lot better than food, and it's a lot better experience to get.
Yeah, true. But dude, the sleep alone. I'm gonna be real. If the sleep, like, if I was able to work like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., I would have no fucking problems. None.
So
Not a single one.
when because you were put on midnights for a while, what did you go to sleep as soon as you went home, or did you just
I went to
wake up
sleep at
right before
like
you had to leave?
1 p.m., so I'd be up for about a few hours. I get home by 11. I'd stay up for about 2 hours and then
Yeah.
go to bed.
What time did you normally wake up?
6
6.
p.m.
Okay.
And mind you, Taylor, like I'm like like I'm basically like on some like fucking drug addict type shit. I'm taking melatonin, ZQL. I would drink chamomile tea because it helps calm you,
Yeah.
makes you like a little tired. I had a sleep mask that had Bluetooth built in, so I could play this fucking lofi music, put me to sleep. I bought a weighted blanket to make myself feel extra comfortable. I spent about $150 on sleep stuff,
Yeah. I
and even
remember
that gave me at best 5 hours of sleep.
I remember this last time I did overnights. Best sleep, the most sleep I got was like maybe 4 hours.
It's
Um,
rough.
just see,
Like,
because I remember when I originally did it, I bought blackout curtains so that way like it's pitch black in my room, so
hmm
at least my body thinks it's nighttime. Um, but this last time I would get off at 8, and I wouldn't get home till like 9 o'clock because of traffic. And then I know I talked about this in another episode. Whenever I eat, I don't like to lay down right away because it's not good digesting the food. So I'll either sit up or just wait 30 minutes of like just standing and doing something before I lay down. So I realistically don't go to sleep till like 11. And then I would wake up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. No alarm. I'm either just waking up by myself, or I remember one day I got really pissed at my sister because she was cleaning the house, and I just heard vacuuming, baby screaming. I got 2 hours of sleep that day.
God damn,
Yeah, and then
that's
we
fucking rough.
we recorded that day too. So I was on edge, and you kept like delaying, and I remember I was really heated because it's like clock is ticking. Like you know you know me. Anything off schedule, like I just start to panic. So when you're late, I was like my mind was panicking. Like we're not gonna have time to record. I'm gonna be late to work. I don't have time to get ready.
Mm. Oh yeah, that's like that was the biggest problem. That's why I got the Bluetooths, the the fucking sleep mask, because I can't do noise. Like noise will keep me up.
Yep.
Any bit of it. The sun too. I realized that the longer the sun like touched my skin and I like saw the sunlight, the longer I'd stay up.
Yeah.
Luckily, my curtains are pretty not blackout, but they're pretty like thick enough to block most light.
Yeah.
You're barely gonna notice it. And I thought with the sleep mask, I don't need the fucking blackout curtains too. You can't see shit.
Yeah.
But
I've always wanted to get a sleep mask, but it's just something that like
it's
I
not
never
very
came to buying.
comfortable. If you're
No,
gonna buy
no?
one, get little cups. They have like little cups for your eyes. Um,
Hmm.
and it feels so much comfortable,
Yeah.
so much more comfortable because the ones I have are just like a normal sleep mask, but the way they rest on your eyelids, it like
Oh,
irritates them
it
for
like
me.
kind of compresses. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember I used to wear one as a kid, and then I don't know what happened to it. I think my mom threw it away.
but it was just rough. Everything in my life just for that week, I might have hit a new mental low that I hadn't hit in a long time, like a few months, like half a year ago when I was like at like rock bottom for my mental health. And I told myself, is my mental health going down the drain? Because like for even extra context, I'm in school. So not only do I have to do a full-time amount of classes, I have to work 40 hours, do full-time classes, and still manage to make time to work out, all while working midnights. So can't do online classes or you can't do Zoom classes because you're not fucking up when they're
Yeah,
online. Because even when you get off work, maybe I can do a class from like 11:30 to 1. I can't do any other classes. I need to go to fucking sleep.
yep.
So you're like, you can't take afternoon classes, you can't take morning classes, so you have to do online only classes, and those fucking suck. I'm sorry, they do. But you can't go in person because again, you'll be working or sleep.
Yep.
The gym. Well, there's only a handful of gyms open. And mind you, the gym thing wasn't a problem, but it was a lack of sleep for me. I have this weird need to like I have to have like almost like I have to have like the perfect day beforehand in order to work out the next day. Like in my eyes, if I eat really shitty the day before I want to work out, I almost view it as no point in working out the next day
I'm the
because
same way.
like it's no point if you're gonna eat like 5,000 calories of unhealthy shit. The point of working out,
Yeah.
and the same thing goes with my sleep. If I don't get at least 7 hours of sleep, I almost never work out the next day.
7 hours must be nice.
Dude, I'm a I am a person who only functions on long nights of sleep. I need my sleep. Like the 5 hours of sleep and like going to work, was able to put up with it, but it took its toll around when lunch came around, when I started
Yeah.
feeling really tired,
It's when your
really
body.
fatigued.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
like
about right.
I need my sleep, especially because I expend a lot of energy just with my weightlifting, and my work's always pretty physical. Mm. And I'm always like on my feet, just expending a lot of energy. So I need my rest.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I use a lot of I go through a lot of mental fatigue because this is something a lot of people without ADHD don't understand, which is that like every little detail does not go unnoticed by people with ADHD. Like if I'm in a room, especially if it's a new environment, I will get a headache from the amount of information that I'm trying to process.
Yeah.
I'll like my eyes will go back and forth looking at every little thing, analyzing, seeing like, are there any inconsistencies? Is there anything off about this place? And it's just absorbing all its information at once. And imagine doing that for 16 hours. It gets really tiring. So not only am I physically tired, I'm mentally fucking drained too.
Yeah.
So it's like I need my 8 hours of sleep. Um, but it just it it was a lot of negative things that were adding up. On their own, they're really not that bad to deal with. But when you combine them all in this huge fucking package of just shit, it was very rough. And I told myself, I was like, am I really only doing this for I was getting I was getting offered 50 cents less at my old job with the new position and everything. I was like, is changing my whole sleep schedule, missing out on all my family events, not being able to go to school the way I want to, having a new mental low for my mental health really worth 50 extra fucking cents?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Not in my eyes. So I said, fuck it. With my tail tucked between my legs, I went to my boss from my old job. and I asked I asked for my job back, and I even had the shamelessness to ask for that offer that he gave me. But luckily, he's a fucking very nice person, and he gave me both. So we're you're looking at the new assistant manager of a fucking sandwich shop, Bucko. Yeah, so don't fuck with me. I'll get you blacklisted, pal.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my whole little mini arc that I've been going through for a week, and I don't know, man. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm not, because it's like a part of me was like, yeah, it sucks, but let me tell you, Taylor, I fucking love the people there. They are the only job, and I've only worked 3, so it's not saying that much, but like, that's the only place where I genuinely see people working their asses off. You don't see anyone slacking off. No one's just standing around with their fucking thumb up their ass. They're like actually moving their asses and getting shit done. And I appreciate that. Because in the morning shift, we're not supervised at all.
Yeah.
They tell you you're in this aisle, and then they leave you alone for like 2 hours. And so it's like, if you really wanted to, you could procrastinate the fuck out of it. Because the way they operate is just like off of, honestly, if they give you a section, as long as you get that section done before like I don't know, before they open, they don't really care. Anything else is just extra shit. But yeah, that's been my fucking journey. That's been how I fucking quit my new job after a week. Taylor, what about you?
I mean, after you quitting, I didn't want to say it in the beginning because it's like it pretty much would have ruined the whole point of you talking about what's been going on with you. But the reason why I said like I want to see how it goes. I was only willing to do the overnights if Tavien, because Tavien was doing it. At least I have someone to do it with. But now
Yeah.
that he's gone, I already know what it's like working overnights. I did not enjoy it. I'm not willing to go through it again. So it was one of those things where if they want to interview me, I'll go in to see if they'll offer me any other position that's not overnight. And if not, then I'm just not going to take it.
Let me ask you this. Would you do a 4 a.m. shift?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can do 4 a.m.s easily.
They might, you probably could get a 4 a.m. shift.
I
But
mean, I would prefer that because I have literally the whole afternoon to myself.
yeah.
But yeah, I want to see how that goes. But it's just one of those things where it's like I there the people that I have at my job now, it's way too hard to steer away from. Coworkers, managers. I find it abnormal the type of relationship I have with my managers. Well, not like my managers, but the managers of the store. I think it's
Yeah.
abnormal,
Why?
and
Because
I
you guys
like
like
it.
actually have like a personal connection?
Mhm. Like I can literally say what I want in front of them. I can go up to the AP guy and be like, "Hey, check this out. I'm gonna steal this," like joking around, and they won't. They'll laugh.
It
Like
is
my
nice.
my boss will ask me like, "Oh, are you willing to like help out another department?" I'm like, "Oh, you know what? That's crazy. Like I quit." Joking around, and they laugh. Like they know I'm kidding, and I feel
Yeah.
like you can't. But
You,
in another job, you can't do that shit.
I'm gonna be real with you. But at that place where I worked, I genuinely think you could. They are some cool fucking people. Like, I talked to my TL. Well, he's like the shift leader, but like they're like actual shift leaders. Um, and because I was telling him, bro, I just was also, I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking happy doing this shit. Like, this is, I told him, like, dude, I'm hitting like a new mental low that took me a long time to get myself out of. And he was like, if that's really how you feel, T, do whatever the fuck you need. Like don't get me wrong, we really value you here, and we would love to keep you. But if it is taking that big of a toll, do what the fuck you need to do. And I appreciate that, because most people are just gonna tell you, oh,
Suck it up.
yeah, suck it up, or well, we can help you through it, and like. But he was upfront and honest. He just told me, do what has been your best interest, because this company's not gonna look out for you.
Yeah.
And so they're real stand up people, but Man, damn, 30 minutes of reminiscing. Fuck.
Yeah.
Did you still want to talk about that topic that we brought up before? 'Cause I'm gonna be
With
honest, we can.
social media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I want to dedicate a whole episode, and I really don't want to go over an hour.
Okay. I mean, let's do it. You know, if you want to keep talking about jobs and shit, we can keep doing that.
I mean, shit,
You
I could
haven't. I
talk about
mean,
Joe. Yeah, I could talk. I mean, do you want me to just go on a fucking rant right now? Because
yeah.
I
Let's
fucking
do it.
hate work. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's a little teaser for you guys for the next episode. We're gonna talk about social media and how it fucking sucks cock. Um, my bad. Blows ass.
Because that's so
I
much better.
I don't want to make people feel bad. I'm not trying to alienate any communities out there, any people. That's just the military in me speaking. That my dad instilled, mind you. But nah, dude. But yeah, speaking of jobs, we are basically improving this shit right now. I I hate the fucking work culture in this country. I fucking
So do
hate
I.
it.
I noted like I don't know if anybody else has seen it right now, but I mean, obviously everybody's seen it. It's so easy to get a job, but no one is going out for it. Like no one's chasing. Specifically, 17, 18-year-olds fresh out of high school, like they're not too enthusiastic on finding a job. And then like maybe like mid 20s, mid 30s, like they're relying on the unemployment pay.
To be fair, I'm not gonna blame them too much because I'm gonna be honest. And this is, I like to keep this I can't talk. Sorry. I like to keep this podcast like apolitical, but me and Taylor obviously have our political philosophies, and they differ a lot. But I I don't blame these young kids for not. Why did I say these young kids? I don't blame our generation for not really being excited to go back to work. I mean, like, look at it from this way, right? Yeah, you get paid, but let's be fucking honest, Taylor. With how prices are today, minimum wage don't net you shit. It doesn't net you anything now. Gas is like shit. It's at some places it's basically $5
Don't
a
even
gallon.
talk to me about gas. I spent $150 for both my cars last week.
That's
Mind you, the Civic was only half. That cost me like $40. And in the Mustang, I had like you have the halfway and then you have like the quarter. I was below a quarter. That cost me almost $80 to fill.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
80
I'm like,
fucking dollars.
that's what I'm saying. Even at $15, the minimum wage ain't jack shit. Not right now with how prices are. And I don't see prices getting any better. I don't see them going below.
I personally see them going up with
Exactly.
the products that we do.
I do too. With these shortages and everything, I see them going up. But so I don't blame kids. And then the unemployment was fucking fantastic when it was out.
But it's like
You're $600 every 2 weeks, and so you get 1,200
I
a
get more.
month for doing nothing.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but
guess.
they're doing nothing.
Yeah. See, like the thing, like I get, I don't know if it's just me, but if I'm not doing anything with my life, it's just it's more mentally depressing to me because it's like I'm getting paid to sit here doing nothing. Like when am I, when I do go out and find a job, what do I have to show for myself? Oh, I've been bottom feeding on fucking money for the past 6 months. Give me a job now. Now that unemployment's not as good, you know. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I just don't think most people see it that way though. They see it as an easy check. And now, mind you, I admire some of the people who actually take their unemployment and do something out of it, like investing. I believe in being smart with money, despite how terrible I am with saving. But I know kids our generation right now are not fucking investing. They're not doing that shit. What's so funny, Taylor?
Nothing.
That's so funny. Come on,
Oh, nothing.
let me in on the joke.
Nothing.
Let
No, just
me
keep
in.
going. Keep going.
Are we? You want to talk about NFTs? Is that where we're
No,
going?
no. I would rather not, just because I don't know anything about it.
Good. You're fucking stupid. Come on, no, I'm putting a halt in this episode. All right, we need to know what Taylor's talking about. What's so funny?
Just how you're like, oh, you're bottom feeding this money, but you're investing it, so it's okay.
No, 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 no. Well, to be fair, like, when the fuck did they start giving out?
That's
They
like
gave it
to
out like April or like June when they were and this was like 2020. When they were doing this, you literally couldn't work. Like I couldn't go to work. That's why I applied for
that's a
unemployment.
different story. But right now, like it is so easy to find a job literally anywhere.
Oh, now, yeah. I was talking about back then.
No, I'm talking like right now.
Right now,
Back then it made
yeah.
sense because like majority of places had to shut down.
I I still can't get mad at them though. Like,
I
would
get
you
it,
really
free money
want
for just
to?
sitting there, but at the same time, it's like,
Well, you're looking at from the aspect of the money. I'm looking for the principle. Like, I don't. I can understand their gripes with working. Why am I gonna produce this backbreaking fucking labor for pay that can barely fill up my tank and groceries and God forbid any other expenses they have because they're gonna have other expenses.
yeah,
Like you gotta pay me at least 16, maybe even 17 to really not live a comfortably as like a
that's
young
that.
kid, but
I'm gonna be honest with you, 17 an hour doesn't give you shit.
no, it doesn't. I'm gonna be real. Anything below 20 doesn't net you shit.
No, because I remember like, 'cause I always like crunching numbers with my dad just to see like, I need to have some sort of like mental goal. In order to live comfortably by yourself in a half decent apartment here, you have to be making at least $28 an hour
Yeah.
to make rent, groceries, phone, car. You need to be making at least $28 an hour.
Yeah. And good luck finding any entry level job that pays you that.
Yeah.
And I think we both agree on that, that principle that entry level jobs should get paid at exactly what they're valued at, which is entry level. But with the way the economy is, I believe that 15 is becoming not enough.
No.
And
Back
that
then,
scares me because
yes.
already that should be a lot of money to
Yeah.
pay people, especially dipshit fucking kids fresh out of fucking high school. But the way it's looking, it's not enough. Um, but I don't. Yeah, it's just fucking rough. That's why I don't blame kids for not wanting to come back. 15 was nice, like maybe 4 years ago. $15
Yeah.
was a good pay. Now
When
it's
gas
not.
was like what, $2?
Yeah, $2, $3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. I mean, gas. If you want to throw gas at the argument, the cost of housing and rent
Oh
is
my god.
shot
Yeah.
up increasingly high.
It also doesn't help. I think it's been over like 10, 15 years since the market crashed. So it's just
We're due for another one.
yeah. But that's another thing going against this. Is like these houses just keep getting more valuable.
I can talk about this because I don't work or operate in any sort of economical position or at any company or anything. But let's just say that I happen to know someone who is associated with me.
Okay.
You know him too,
Yeah.
Taylor, that might work in a job that gives him that kind of information.
Yeah.
And he's told me that we're heading for a serious fucking depression.
That's what I think it was like two, because I remember we were trying to move 2 years ago into a new house,
Was
and
it 2 years ago?
every realtor was saying like we're due for market crash. Like now's the just wait a
Yeah.
little bit longer and then go in. But
Yeah.
nothing happened. So it might
No,
just be another
he
gossip.
told me, he was like, yo, I'm being straight up T. Like, just give it a few weeks and we're gonna crash. And if you want to invest in stocks or even in crypto, that's the fucking time to do it. And I believe him because I mean, this man's spent his entire, like, I think 10 something years working in the financial sector of the world. So he
Yeah.
knows his shit pretty well. So it's only a matter of time. And the best thing we can hope is for prices to, I guess, normalize a bit. But I mean, fuck, with how greedy companies are, I highly doubt it. That's another thing. I mean, we can talk about this. Like, one of my biggest gripes is the whole anti union shit. I think it's stupid. I I can't remember if someone said this. There was a because we all know Amazon, her good old Amazon. You know, you shit and piss in your bag. Amazon
Listen, no,
drivers.
okay. Since we're gonna bring up the topic of Amazon, I want to say this. I'm sure you've heard mixed things about Amazon.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
they work our ass off, or it's like, oh, it's super easy. The coworkers that I've had that quit their job to go over to Amazon, it's so much better for them. Because it's like, realistically speaking, you're doing the same fucking thing. You're just getting paid more and you're actually getting full time hours. So to me, the people that are talking down on Amazon saying, oh, they're working us like pigs, they're just, I'm not going to call them lazy, but they don't want the full time hours. But because of the position that they have, that's the only, you know, they have to go full time.
To be fair though, if they put that they want part-time hours and they give them full-time, that is still fucked up on the company's part because that person only wants part-time hours. Full-time may not work with their schedule,
Yeah.
but I
Because
I don't believe everything I hear. Like the pissing and shitting in bags sounds really out there. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen any evidence of it, but I absolutely believe that they overwork the shit out you. I believe the time off task, which is the fucking stupid.
I really don't believe that. I feel like those are people just slacking off.
I could imagine it. But here's the thing that you got to think about. This is the biggest. I would say they're probably the biggest company in the world,
Yeah.
and they have quotas in me, and they probably the management takes that shit probably serious. I could see them clocking you on cameras and fucking tracking how much time you're not working. I could see that.
That's, I mean, to me, that's not a problem.
It's not
I
a
don't, I
problem.
can see it being a problem, but it's like,
It's not a problem, but from the way that people have described it, they use it against you even when you're just trying to use shit like the bathroom. Like, you imagine you're trying to use the bathroom in this big fucking warehouse, so it takes you a few minutes just to walk to and from,
yeah,
and then you got to use the bathroom. God forbid you had to shit, so that's like at least like at least like 2 minutes. That if you're really gonna be tracked or fucking marked or docked against all that time, that's fucked up. Because it's not
that is fucked up.
like unless they put multiple bathrooms, but from what I have heard, they only put one like big bathroom unit in the building, and almost all the time people have to walk across the fucking place to get to it. And so you can't dock people for that. That's
See,
a basic human right is to use the
again,
fucking
in my
bathroom.
eyes, I think the people that are talking down on that, like obviously they dock you points, but those are probably people who just, you got to admit, there are people that will purposely take long in the bathroom.
Oh yeah. I was one of those people. Absolutely.
I feel
Yeah.
like to me, those are those people being like, they dock us on our bathroom
No.
time. Yeah,
No.
even though I take a shit 17 times a day for 30 minutes,
Okay, to be
like
fair
that.
though, like I did I'm both of those people. I use the bathroom multiple times during a shift because I
Yeah,
drink a lot of water.
yeah.
So I have to piss a
When I gotta
lot.
piss, I gotta piss.
And I will admit, there have been times I've had to shit multiple times in a
Yeah,
fucking
but it's
shift.
like when you're taking like 30-minute shits 5 times a day, like unless if you have IBS, it's a little questionable. Like, come on.
True, but also don't feel like a place at Amazon would let you get away with that. I feel like they would immediately
That's
nip
why
that
they
shit in the butt.
that's why they dock you.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
the
like then
docking
then they
is
complain
seems
about
too
it,
abusive, in my opinion.
huh?
I don't think you should dock people any points. If they're taking too long shits, you talk to them, you know, person to
But
person.
then you're just taking their word on it. Who's to say they're not on the toilet just on their phone?
What's the alternative? You dock them points for walking to the fucking bathroom and shitting. Even
Well,
if they
I
take a
mean,
little while,
it's the harsh reality, and I see it all the time with my managers. It's like if you're like if you're not willing to cooperate with the rules, then we can't help but
there's no,
to
well,
punish you.
I don't think there's any rules saying you can't shit for a long time.
There's rules saying you can't be away from your work for a specific amount of time. Okay, let me put it this way: if you have like one bad day where like you just ate something really bad, or like let's say someone pranked you and you chugged a bottle of laxatives, like just one day, it's understandable. But when you're doing it on a day-to-day basis, that's gonna look bad.
Oh yeah, I never said it was a good
So
look,
it's one of
but
those things where if you see repetitiveness and you consistently going to the bathroom for X amount of time, you can't help but to punish them for it, whether or not if it's actually legit or not. If it is legit, I mean, that sounds like a medical condition. You should have some sort of note for that.
I don't know.
Again, like
I
IBS. If you have IBS, totally makes sense. But
I
the way I see society, like I wouldn't now I wish we brought up social media. I can guarantee you half these people are just on their toilet on their phone just trying to kill time because they don't want to work. I've personally seen it and it makes me so angry.
no, don't worry. I understand. I was literally that person that spent an hour in the bathroom and watched YouTube videos. Uh, but I understand the reality that not most people, but there are a decent handful of people who are very shitty workers. But I don't believe with the amount of complaints I've seen that everyone who complains is a bad worker who has habits. I have heard mixed things. I think Amazon is just in the end of the day, it just comes up to your personal preference. But I do believe that is there a noise? Oh. Is there more mysterious knocking?
Listen, man, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I do believe Amazon has some very not necessarily abusive protocols, but let's just say very infringing protocols. I don't like
But
the time off
you
task.
literally said it earlier too. Like they're such a big company. Can you blame them for having to hold such high
Absolutely.
standards?
Yes, they have quotas to meet, but they're the biggest company in the world. I'm sure if this person in fucking Idaho doesn't get their fucking, I don't know, their fucking shitty Bluetooth non-name brand headphones, it's not the end of the fucking world.
Yeah, no, but if it's consistently happening, like it's gonna become a
If
problem.
it's a problem, it's a problem. Then you deal with it.
Yeah,
But
but that's why you hold high standards.
I don't think Amazon's holding high standards. Fuck no, they're literally a meat grinder. They will process meat. They'll process and take whoever the fuck they can get.
Well, yeah, that's how all jobs are. You take who you
No,
can, and then
bro,
after 6 months, if they're not good enough, just drop them.
nah. Like Costco and Sam's Club, like those buy in bulk shit, they will not take whoever the fuck. They are very rigorous. Normally, now with the pandemic and lack of people working,
Well, that's different because now we're talking retail. They have something to show for when people shop. Well, with Amazon, it's a warehouse. You just put people to work and call it a day. There's nothing to like. Obviously, cleanliness is a thing, just because you want to make it a clean
oh
workspace,
yeah.
efficient. But it's like you don't have to make it as visually appealing as a retail store, just because like who's gonna complain? Oh, there's this there's a stain right there. Okay, that sucks.
I know.
Just let it dry up and call it a day. But at a retail store, if there's a stain, somebody's got to clean it up because now it's gonna stand out and people are gonna start complaining, and it's gonna become like a health hazard because who knows what that stain is and who knows if it's gonna develop in a mold.
Yeah. You know what? We'll agree to disagree on this topic. I mean, you already know where I stand politically. I really don't want to keep holding it in because I really do want to talk about. I eventually do want to be able to talk about politics, but I don't know when you want to actually like.
It depends.
I'm not necessarily delving to current political world, but I want to be able to talk about my politics, my how
Okay.
I see things.
Okay.
Because is it okay with you? I want to make
Yeah.
sure we have. All right, shit. Because I'll be honest, I would consider myself a leftist.
Okay.
Um, I prefer. I would even go as far as to say I would favor socialism over capitalism at times because I feel the way our world is currently run is so fucked up.
I agree.
Like it, this whole like I was never political growing up, but it was I did one paper. I can't remember what class it was, but I had to do a paper and it was about companies. And you could pick any company you want. You just have to do the history, the founder, you like so and so. And I was just drawing from like basically just from like a fucking hat. I ended up landing on Nestle. Sure
The Nestle chocolate milk.
yeah,
Yeah.
we all know Nestle. Let me tell you, dude, some of the most fucked up business practices I've ever seen in my life. Like, if I'm remembering correctly, their they would go to Africa and they would, I think, build like a factory or something near the village, and I think employ the people from the village to work in the factory. And this factory would use up all the natural resources, basically fucking starving these people. So they had to rely on Nestle to get their fucking nutrients and their basic like living essentials. And on top of that, like I can't remember something. They put something in the baby powder so that they would get the babies addicted, I think, to the powdered milk,
Okay.
so that the mothers couldn't do anything but keep buying it. And like, dude, and I might be misremembering. There's a good chance. This has been well over 4+ years since I fucking wrote this paper, but they are very fucked up. Matter of fact, I have to look it up just because I have to fact check. God, do you hear that?
What, you misspelling?
Yeah, you heard me misspelling, Taylor. Jesus Christ. Um, I don't know what to type in. Evil company.
The most evil company in the world.
Yeah, I'd arguably say so. Yeah. Oh yeah, child labor, infant mortality. Yeah, this
I feel
place.
like on the down low, a lot of companies still do that to this day. Get away with
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Like when you really take the time to like read between the lines and see what these companies are doing, almost all of them are fucked up. But what's the alternative? We don't. There's no alternative. Like, oh, like almost every company that's global uses child labor.
What are you gonna do? Shut them down? Oh, now we just lost all that product.
What are you gonna do as a consumer? Go somewhere else? They
Yeah.
own all the other
I
companies.
remember I think it was H&M. They had a lot of backlash for a while because they, I think it was like child labor and it was either China or Taiwan. But it's like you can talk about it all you want. What are you gonna do? Not shop there? You need clothes, and like you hate to say it, they have nice clothes,
Yeah, they do.
and
But
the same with food.
I happen to find an interesting excerpt from this page. If and anyone who ever does do want to read this, just look up Nestle, the most evil company. A mass campaign began. Medical professionals were hired to not only suggest Nestle formula as a viable alternative, but in extreme cases, run down the reputation of breast milk. Salesmen and women were dressed in medical attires, whisked away to less educated and underdeveloped regions like Africa to sing the praises of their product. And mind you, these would lead to malnutrition and death of infants. Like, like the also how to what the hell? Oh yeah. Sorry, I got confused there. Like, this company is super fucked up. And after doing this paper and seeing just how bad this was, I was appalled. I was absolutely disgusted by it. And that's the kind of what sparked my a bit of my why isn't this playing? There you go. It kind of sparked my my intrigue into politics to see, is there really any other alternative to this shit? Because this is downright evil, horrible. I know you're more. I I
I'm
I wouldn't call you conservative. I just say you're right leaning
Am I?
a little bit,
I don't know.
a little bit.
I think I'm very neutral in a lot of things. I have
I
strong opinions.
I would say you're very neutral, but I feel like most of the opinions that we have shared with each other have been more right leaning than. But you're mostly neutral on most things.
Because I see the thing is I see negatives and positives on both sides. And then it's just one of those things where, you have to dumb it down to, what has the more positives than negatives and vice versa.
I I don't know. I gravitated towards socialism just because I was like, personally, I'm like, the I guess the big thing for socialism is that the workers own the means of the production, which means there's no what are they called? Like, what are they called? The owning class who own all the companies. It's
Oh,
all
okay.
distributed evenly amongst the workers. in an effort to make the workers' lives better, more fulfilling, give them
You
more
see, but
time
they
to
don't
fulfill
want that though.
themselves.
They want to be rich. They can give two fucks about us.
Who? Oh, the rich class?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Socialism. I hate the idea of the owner class because that's all they care about is profits. They don't give a fuck about us. Why do you think I don't care about busting my ass about these jobs? Because they don't give a shit about us. Love the Twitch name. Yeah, I didn't even realize we had a chatter. Um, but I just I don't like the exploitation that I see in this world, and I see it everywhere with everything, and it just disgusts me. But as someone who is so, I guess you could call radical left or radical like leftist, I'll never be able to see my political like ideas put into action ever. Because the biggest reason I can't fucking stand um America at times is just how inefficient we are with shit. Don't get me wrong, I love the fuck out of democracy. I love being able to vote. But when it comes to getting shit done and getting policies like put into action, it's impossible when you have to fucking sit here and like fucking babysit both sides. But I fucking hate politics, man. I love talking about it amongst people, but I hate watching it or discussing it with like specifically older people.
It's interesting seeing their points of views,
It is.
just because they've experienced majority of it all their lives.
I do feel like it's the world's gotten a lot more apolitical. We get like as I getting older, I realize that less and less people give a shit about politics, and I
They're
can't.
just trying to live their life day to day.
Yeah, but in a world like this, you can't just do that and not have some level of like political intrigue. You have to
Yeah.
because it affects you. Even if you didn't vote, whoever the president is gonna fucking affect you. But I just want there to be a decent fucking president. God damn, like what's the last decent president we had?
You're the wrong person to ask. History was my worst subject.
Like I'd say JFK, which was what, 60s?
Mhm.
It's fucking rough.
Yeah. I mean, every president, obviously everybody has flaws. It's just how bad are the flaws? There's never gonna be a perfect president. They're gonna do something that's gonna stir up the country, regardless. It's just a matter of how bad is it and how often is it gonna keep happening.
I don't know. I feel like our last two presidents have been extremely
Interesting. Let's just leave it at interesting.
yeah, interesting. Interesting. Definitely the term I want to use. I guess we don't want to stir up the the masses, and by that I mean our one viewer.
Yeah, no, this
um,
is a road I don't want to go down.
no, I don't. I don't necessarily want to discuss, but I don't know, man. I believe that my perfect world, God damn it, fuck, would just be if we were able to like genuinely own the means of production. Imagine how much better our lives would be instead of having a company, or rather a single person who owns the company tell you how much you're worth by your wages. You are able to sit down with a group of all your coworkers and discuss, well, we're able to bring in this much money, and we can distribute it amongst ourselves in so and so amounts and still live comfortably, all of us. I love that.
I can see so many problems with that though.
Oh yeah, there's problems with it, corruption and shit, but I mean, you're going to find that everywhere.
Yeah. There's no
There's
winning.
not a single country nor government nor political belief that isn't like uncorruptible.
Yeah.
They all can easily get corrupted by anything,
It's all
mostly
because
by
of
greed
greediness.
and power. That I don't know what it is about humans.
We want money.
We have
That's all it is.
yeah, we really love money and greed. not greed. We really love like lusting for power. But I just don't like the current landscape of the world. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest, I've got like a doomer mentality.
What? A
A
doomer?
a doomer, yeah. You know what a doomer is? Oh, it's like you would actually probably be classified as a doomer too. It's someone who always think doesn't necessarily always think the world's gonna end, but is like,
It's good.
oh
It's gonna get fucked.
yeah, they have a very negative outlook on
I've
the
been
future.
saying that ever since we graduated high school.
Yeah, I think at the current way that this world is ran, it's fucked.
Well, not only that, it's the the generations before us. Like the common sense has just gone down. I'm not blaming the kids, but you
Well,
know
to be fair,
that's just the reality of it.
to be like objective about it, you also have to blame that current that last generation too, because they're in theory supposed to pass their wisdom and their teachings onto us
But
or into their
I
predecessors.
understand that, but it's also one of those things where some kids just really don't care. I don't blame them. Like there's a lot of things I really don't care about that I don't want to learn. But it's hard to explain. I think it has to do a lot with maturity because yeah, we don't like to do a lot of things, but we need to know how to do it. File taxes, do jury duty, you know, stuff like that. None of us want to do it, but we need to know how to do it.
Fuck no, I fucking hate that shit. I've
Like
done all of it.
you'd be surprised how many people don't know how to pump gas.
What?
Yeah, people don't know how to pump gas, their own gas. That's why I'm saying common sense is going down. People don't understand that, depending, you don't have, you have to get an oil change after 3,000 miles, or you have to get your new tires after, after so many years. You would think is common sense, or it's like,
I can excuse some of it.
oh, you got to pay car registration every year. People don't, people don't know how to do that.
I can excuse some of it. Like, I'll be honest with the tires. Like, I'll be honest, I would never care about getting my tires changed after a few years because I barely drive.
Well,
So it's like I wouldn't think my
it all
tires need
depends
to
on the
be
tread of the
changed out.
tires, but people don't know how to check that.
To be fair, it's more of a niche thing. Like most people don't care enough to check the threading of the fucking tire. They
It's
say,
not
"Oh,
niche. If your tires are bald, you're asking for a death sentence.
yeah." But I think most people are able to know if they need new tires before it gets to that point.
You'd be surprised.
Hold on. Oh, some beautiful ASMR. Love it. But I I do agree that common sense seems to be a fucking rare commodity these days.
Like I see kids, they don't know how to count money. When I ring people up, I'm like, "Oh, your total's $100." They'll give me like 200.
I no, dude. I will admit, kids have gotten fucking stupid. I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's from spending so much time on TikTok
Social
and
media.
oh my god, you can't blame it for everything though.
I can.
No, you can't
I
blame it for
can.
everything.
It leads to laziness. People don't want to do anything. They don't want to learn something new. They'd rather just be on their phone watching, watch entertainment. That's pretty much all it comes down to. I'm gonna exaggerate this. There's a lot of things that we've learned that we don't want to do, but it's something that we have to learn. You know, for to just for life to keep working the way we want it to. But when kids aren't willing to learn that because they would rather watch their screen, they're gonna end up getting fucked, and therefore it's gonna fuck the society.
I just feel like we're on the decline.
I
I
think so too.
feel that America is what the Roman Empire was when it first started declining. I can't remember. I think was it Troy or whatever fucking city it was. Uh, I'm nerding out. I can't remember now. But you people get what I'm saying. We're like an hour in.
Okay.
Yeah, we can wrap in a few minutes. I it's hard. I want to have hope for the future. No one wants to be like, oh, we're fucking doomed,
That's the reality
fucking
of it, though. We are.
climate change is gonna kill us all. But
Unless if there's big change, I don't see. I don't.
like like a socialist change, you might say. Hmm? I'll fucking convert you, goddamn capitalist.
I don't even know what I am, man. I have my own opinions, and that's how it is.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that either. All right, we've been rambling on for a fucking hour. This. Sorry, I'm glad we recorded, but this vaccine is killing me. My shoulders feel so sore and they're burning right now, dude. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up here. Any like final words?
No,
Want to do the
I
outro?
think I got what I needed to get out.
Good. I'm glad we got our monthly. Sorry, it took me a little while to think of the word monthly. Our monthly therapy session out the way, but nonetheless, it is time that we started signing out. So thank you to all those who listened and really put up with our fucking ramblings. I know it's listening to the ravings of two lunatics to listen to us for this long, but we're very thankful. We both are. But you can if you guys wish to listen to other episodes or watch our live streams, we do have a Twitch, we've got a YouTube, we're on Spotify, and we're on Anchor, all under the same name, on the Unscripted Introverts. So just, use any of the four, look us up. You know, we would really appreciate if you guys went back and watched our old episodes. Um, anything else?
No, I think that's about sums it up.
Yeah. Well, give us a lookout. If you really enjoy it, maybe even, let your guys' friends know. Leave comments. We do leave not a Q&A, but we do ask. We have a question that we put after every one of these episodes on Spotify.
Yep.
So if you have any topics or even you don't even have to worry about the question. If you have anything like any comments you just want to add, if do you want to criticize us? Do you want to fucking just fling some negativity our way? Give us some constructive criticism, topic ideas. We don't care. Like literally anything.
Yep.
You could fucking type nothing in there. Like just type an exclamation mark or some dumb shit. We don't care. You leave comments on our YouTube. We do link our Instagrams too. I don't know if you link your Snapchat. I don't think you do.
Snapchat, no. I don't really use
No,
Snapchat.
just Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have both our Instagrams on there. So feel free to contact us if you have any questions about not questions. That sounded so weird. Just contact us if you have like anything you want to add to it. In Instagram or Spotify, don't care. We're just glad you guys listened. And wrapping up, we hope to see you guys on our 16th episode, which we will be recording next week. Promise. Fingers crossed. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for listening.